Okay, followers, the next drill is about developing a skill that we call powering your movement. You may hear people talk about using the floor, dancing into the floor rather than dancing on top of the floor. The reason why developing this skill is so important is one, it gives you that glide and flow that is so important to this style of salsa. Crossbody style salsa is about glide and flowing. If you have that connection to the floor, it will also get you out of trouble or allow you to respond quickly to late leads, etc. The leads adapt for us, we also adapt for them by pushing into the floor to catch up when they've led something a little bit slowly. Developing this skill and technique will also help you stop making beginner level mistakes such as double back stepping. Happens all the time. It's when instead of doing a basic like this, or even like this, what happens is people go back, forward, which causes all sorts of problems in terms of the position of where you are and where the lead expects you to be and how heavy that makes you feel to lead as well. And what we're not aware of is if we don't consciously focus on it, when we're social dancing and we're not actively working on our foundations, we kind of think, oh, I know them already because that's beginner's level. What happens is a decay in our skills and we allow energy of our leader or circumstances or laziness just to compromise our base technique. The final thing that this drill is going to trill to mastery level, hopefully, is your proper weight transfer. You cannot be going into intermediate class if your weight transfer is not absolutely clean and powerful. So be aware, this is not a step necessarily, this is a drill to develop a skill. So what we're trying to do is, I don't know if you can see the difference, is not dance on top of the floor like this. You can tell when someone is dancing on top of the floor because you'll see their knees come up quite a lot and you'll see their feet come up quite a lot from the floor, versus when you push down into the floor, you look more stable, more grounded. It's partly counterintuitive because you feel like in order to be light, you need to raise yourself up, but actually the opposite is true. You need to dig into the floor so that you have that floor to power your movement. Okay, so the drill we're going to do, we've done it in class many times, but I just want to put it in a set order and a set sequence. And again, like the other drills, this is meant to be performed like that, no stopping in between. I'm going to run through the sequence first, and then I will break it down a little bit because even though we do this in class a lot, it's so important and it's such an underrated skill that we need to really get on this. So here's the sequence. You're going to do progressive back steps, back, and then you're going to do progressive steps to go back the other way, back. Then we're going to do a progressive side step, out, and then we're going to combine the progressive direction forward and back into a progressive step. So it's back to go forward, forward to go back. Okay, so the key things to note in this. You get the travel from the leg that is pushing, not the leg that is reaching. So what we see often is people will do this, they'll reach. So they think the power comes from extending this leg forward. The problem with that is it means you lean back, which means you're going in opposite directions. The power comes from pushing this leg down, push it down to propel yourself forward. So when you look at my center, it still stays straight. All I'm doing is pushing that center forward. I'm not tilting like this. Yeah, and when you get to the middle, try not to land with your weight in both feet. This is where it really trains weight transfer as well, because even if my feet are together, I'm going to do it front on, even if my feet are together, you can see this knee is loose because I firmly weighted in my right foot. So I'm right, left, right, left. Not right, left, both together, stutter, which foot am I on, etc. Yeah? So right, left, right, left. Often people can just about get to the progression forward, but they struggle a little bit more on the progression back. But it's the same technique. It's still this is my standard leg now because I'm pushing that to send this leg back. So what I'm not doing is this. I am pushing that way. So imagine you're on a roadside, you're about to step off the pavement and a bicycle comes on, you go, oh, yeah. But instead of pushing up, I want you to push back. But that same kind of thought, like, oh, no, I want to go the other way. Because it's this foot that you'll think, this back foot, that you'll think you're progressing and you're not. Yeah? We just do that once more at speed and from this side so you can see the progression. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I would advise you before asking for an assessment to film yourself doing this routine so you can check that that is happening. So many people think they're progressing and they're not. So the first step is awareness, to feel what you're doing in your body, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can't correct it. Okay?